Hey guys, well, let's go to this review of the Hawks versus Detroit game that happened tonight. It sounds like good on stats, but if you look at the score, it's not so good. Hawks had a total of 36 shots on goal and a total of 6 goals. You expect to win with those numbers, right? No. Cam Ward led in 6 goals, and Anton Forsberg came in the third period to let in 2 more. The Hawks had on the goal sheet. Here we go. I will start it off from each goal of the game. Thomas Vanek, 16 seconds in, first shot of the game on Cam Ward. Lets in a goal to Vanek. For the Blackhawks, they scored on their first shot on net, and it was Matthew Highmore. So, evens the goals. And then, Detroit's second shot on goal, Cam Ward lets in a goal by Athleticu. Then, about the 15-minute mark of the game, Dominic Cahoon tied the game on by a pass by Jonathan Toews and Duncan Keith. In the second period, this is where the game basically ended up causing us to lose because the Hawks were flipping goals each time except for this period. After they tied it up. Darren Helm from the Detroit Redwings scored 5 minutes into the second period. Then, 2 minutes later, on the power play, Jonathan Toews scored to tie the game again. An assist went to Kane and DeBrincat. And about 3 minutes later, Anthony Mantha of the Detroit Red Wings scored again. And 5 minutes later, Luke Wisniewski, I think I'm pronouncing that right, scored for Detroit to make it a 2-goal lead. Then, a minute later, Athleticu made it a 3-goal game. So at that rate, that point, the Hawks were down 5-2, my bad. 2 minutes later, Jonathan Toews scored, and assist went to Ruda and Davidson, who's on that PTO contract, to get it within 2 goals. Hawks ended the period getting a power play going into the third period to start the game. So, in the third period, Nick Schmaltz scored to bring it within 1. And assist went to Kane, and Adam Boqvist got his first preseason point of the year. Then, the Hawks had another power play, but didn't score on it right after the Nick Schmaltz power play goal. And but the Hawks didn't score. The Red Wings scored by a goal from Dylan Larkin on a shorthanded goal. Then, about at the 11-minute mark, Duncan Keith snipes one to bring it back within 1. And about 2 minutes later, Thomas Vanek got his second goal of the game to basically make it a 2-goal game, and that was the final goal of the game. In this game, Brandon Manning showed his actual colors of being kind of a hothead by getting into a fight and doing a bad cross-check game penalty when he should not have done that. I did not watch this game, but I was listening to every minute of this game by WGN Radio. today because it was blacked out again for me. So Chris Kunitz got into a fight as well. There were a total of 2 fights this game. Kunitz versus Alblicator and Manning versus Wisniewski. Okay, but for my meaning, Cam Ward was playing like trash today. The Hawks, when Cam Ward was in, I'm pulling up his stats because it was bad. Okay. Cam Ward faced a total of 17 shots on net. He only saved 11 of them. He had a save percentage for tonight of a 6.647 and total ice time 40 minutes on ice. Those aren't good numbers. If he's going to be starting our season back, he better find his 2006 Conn Smythe form and help us win until Corey Crawford comes back, because those aren't starting numbers. Those are some ECHL numbers. Then Anton Forsberg came into the third period because how bad Cam Ward was playing. First shot on goal for the Redwings went in on Forsberg, and he faced a total of 8 shots and saved only 6. Save percentage of a 750 in 18 minutes and 11 seconds of play for Forsberg. This game, if we have Ward playing like this in the season without Crow coming back yet, it could be long. It could be bad for the Hawks in net. Colin Delia most likely is fighting for that backup spot. And right now, it could be a battle between Delia and Ward, because at this rate, Forsberg could be the opening night goalie, and that scares me even more. But at this rate, Delia's the only, it seems to be the only goalie that's been playing actually solid in net for the Hawks this preseason. We'll most likely be seeing him against the Ottawa Senators again this week on Thursday. But really, the Blackhawks at this rate are, if Cam Ward is our opening night goalie and he's playing like this, I don't know what to say. We need Crow back. If Crow comes back within like the next 2 weeks, which I'm hoping because it sounds like he's getting healthier, I will be happy. But at this rate, we don't know, because it seems like Crow has good news, then the following day he has bad news. It just seems like that's been happening. I know I said don't worry about wins or losses in preseason, but right now, we need to worry about our goalie situation. Our goalie situation isn't good. We need Crow back, who's been our franchise goalie since 2011. But honestly, at this rate, I don't know what the Hawks are going to do for goalies to start the season, because Crow would not be back in net. This was a fire sale for goals today. I admit that, but honestly, Jonathan Toews got 2 goals, but this is preseason hockey, so preseason hockey, those stats don't mean anything for a regular season. I will be happy if Toews puts up 3 points a game like he did today. This was his second preseason game. His first one, I think, only had 1 point. And that was only an assist. But today he had 3. Kane had 3 assists. Yeah, the main guys were scoring, but it was still preseason. It was also our main roster that basically showed their defense is somewhat weak, but honestly, their goaltending today showed that it's the weakest point right now. So, I admit I did not watch the game. I was listening to the entire game, and from what I heard, it was the goaltending today. I wanted to watch this game. I am not lying about that. I love watching the Blackhawks hockey. But honestly, today, when I was hearing it, the goaltending scares me going into this season. Cam Ward let in 6 goals on 17 shots. Forsberg let in 2 goals on 8 shots. This honestly is not good for the Hawks to go into the season having a goalie situation at this rate. I know preseason numbers don't mean anything, but honestly, when it comes to goalies, they do, because they need to show they're playing well. They need to go into the season with good confidence. But if they go into the season with bad confidence, showing their numbers suck in the preseason, that is not good for a goalie. I'm just afraid for the goalies going into this year having bad numbers to start off till Corey Crawford comes back. Okay, well, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are on the goalie situation, because this game was mainly because of the goalie situation the Blackhawks are in. And I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I know you didn't enjoy the outcome of the game today, but please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for listening. This is Nick, and let's go Hawks.